I'm Grace Boyer. I'm from the Central Coast and I was on youth mission team last year. I came to Summer School Bathurst this year feeling quite hesitant. I didn't actually want to be here at all. I kind of wanted to leave and just go home. But on the Thursday night, the baptism in the Holy Spirit night, I went up to prayer teams. I was one of the last people that went, but I went with Cozzy and an MGL brother, and I got up there and I renewed my baptismal promises, rejecting Satan and proclaiming Jesus as my leader for the rest of my life. And I was praying and I felt really alone. I felt like God had just left me completely. And I was getting prayed over and I felt like nothing was happening, that nothing was going on at all. And then Cozzy said that God wanted to give me the gift of love. And instantly my heart just opened and I began crying, which is so unique for me. I never do that. I never cry in public. I never really cry at all. And I was just crying. And then quite soon after, I fell in the Holy Spirit. And I was lying on the ground in the Spirit. And this love was just pouring into my heart, and I was so happy, and I was just smiling, and I began laughing hysterically, and I couldn't stop laughing. These fits of laughter just took over the whole of my body. At one point I feel like I was almost being tickled, like the whole of my body was being tickled, and my toes would curl, and I was so happy, and I was so joyous because God loved me, and I knew it, and I felt it. And it was like Jesus and I were laughing together at how anxious I get about my troubles and how much I overthink things. And together we're just laughing because he was so much bigger than that. It was like he saw it as just a breeze along his ankles, and he was so much bigger than that. And we were just laughing together because I knew it for the first time in my life. And I got up and I had received the gift of healing, not just my own healing of the wounds that I had, but healing for other people as well. So together with Cozzy, we prayed over an MGL brother who had back pain. And I watched, as I was praying in tongues over this man, I watched as his feet, as his legs were about 1.5 centimeters out of proportion. One might have been longer or shorter than the other. And they came together perfectly. And then it was similar with his hands, and there was separation between his fingers, and then they came together perfectly. And then we were praying over his back and his neck, and recounting Jesus's pain on the cross as his neck drooped. And we're praying over his neck, and then the pain was gone, and he was healed of this pain that was really, really troubling him. And I felt so light. I felt so light, and the glory of God was just shining through this moment, and I couldn't contain myself. It was just so beautiful. I went over to the Blessed Sacrament, and I was just adoring God, our Lord, and just swaying and dancing, and I've never really done that in public. And one of my friends came up to me, he was just passing by, and he came up and he just said, "You just look radiant." And he just started giggling a little bit, and then I started laughing again. And it was this complete change in me. And I don't think I can ever go back. I just feel so loved and joyously loved by God. Yeah. Thank you.